Hello, and welcome to the space, the place where we talk all things growth, change, and transformation. I am Pastor Shawn Claxton, founder, CEO of the space, and here we talk all things natural, spiritual, mental, physical, and emotional. So I'm glad that you are with us on this morning, afternoon, evening, if you're catching the replay. However, you are here, and I believe that you will gain wisdom, knowledge, and understanding in the topic that we have today. I simply have a question for you. Have you checked in with your purpose lately? We are in the last quarter of the year, ready to begin to embark upon the fall as we are building up for the end of the year, going into another year. What is purpose looking like for you? What did you set out to do this year? And where are you? Is your purpose calling? And more than is it calling, have you answered? Have you answered? Our topic, if we were going to have one today, is just that. Have you checked in with your purpose lately? We have to answer that question because growth is what we do. That's what we are all about is growing, changing, and evolving. Psalms 90 and 12 tells us to teach us to number our days that we may gain wisdom of heart or that we may gain a heart of wisdom. Just like a car needs alignment, our spiritual bodies, our minds, our hearts need to be aligned. We have to tap in, we have to touch base and make sure that we are in alignment naturally, spiritually, physically, mentally, and emotionally. Alignment is about asking God for his purpose, asking him for guidance, asking him for direction, not going ahead of him, wondering if we're doing the right thing, but really seeking him for guidance and direction each and every day, making sure that we're on the right path, the path that he has called us to, that we are riding our lane, that we're not trying to be somebody else. We're not trying to do life like somebody else, but we're doing the life that he has given each one of us to do each and every day. Your purpose is calling. Are you listening? Are you following? Have you tapped in to what it is calling you to do? Are you checking in? Are you making sure that there is clarity in what has been assigned to your hands, the purpose that you are living? Have you touched base with your purpose lately? When we have clarity, it reduces the anxiety that tries to circumvent in our life, that tries to rise up, that tries to come. When we know what our purpose is, we are able to begin to walk out how we are to live, the things that we are to do, and how we are to do them. Why? Because we're living with purpose. We're living with what God has intended for us. We're living with intention. Have you touched base with purpose lately? It is important because purpose evolves as we grow. It grows on the inside of us. And one step goes into another step that goes into another step. Ephesians 2 and 10 says, "For we are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do." When He prepared us in the very beginning, everything that we needed, He placed it down on the inside of us. Our job is to walk out what has been placed down on the inside of us. Seasons change. We're going from summer right now into the fall seasons. They change. Well, things in our lives change also, but those changes help us to live in that place of purpose. We are to make sure that we continue to be steadfast, unmovable, and we are always abounding in the work of the Lord. We've got to continue to press, to press, to press. We must be able to express the purpose that is down on the inside of our life. What worked last year, what worked maybe last month, may not be working in this season of our life. And we have to be okay in the place of pivot. We have to be okay to lay aside the things that once worked and they may not be working now because we have grown, we have changed, we have evolved. We've had to lay down some things because other things down on the inside of us. Our birth canal, we are pushing things through, and therefore we have always got to be in tune. Question again, have you checked in with your purpose lately? We also have to make sure that we are maturing in our area of obedience. Obedience isn't always comfortable, but obedience is still obedience. When we have to change things different, when things are laid out for us and we can see the path, sometimes wanting to go down the path that we see is not always what we want to do, but it is beneficial. It is beneficial. So every season adds a layer of clarity when we are walking and when we allow ourselves to continue to grow, to continue to change, to continue to evolve. The seed cannot go into the ground and decide, I'm just going to stay here. They planted me, I'm not going to do anything. No, the water, the sun, the nutrients of the soil allow the tree or allow the seed to begin to come forth. And when it comes forth as a tree, it comes forth as a plant, it comes forth as a bush, whatever it was designed. Why? Because everything that the tree needed, that the bush needed, that the branches need was in that seed. But it had to be willing to go into the ground and to come forth as the purpose in which it was intended. I spoke before, a seed is great, but if we don't do anything with the seed, it will never come to full maturation. Why? Because it wasn't just created to be a seed. It was created to be a tree, a bush, a fruit, whatever it was created for. It was designed to be. No different than I. We were created to grow, to change, and evolve, and we have to allow purpose to continue to develop, purpose to continue to come forth. That is where we are to live our life. How has purpose shifted this season of your life? Have you taken a moment to write about it? Have you taken a moment to live in it? Have you taken to sit in the transition and the changes that are happening all around you and to you? We should not just let change come into our life and we are not cognizant. We don't understand why it is happening. I had a major change happen to me on this week. And one of the first things I did, I asked God, I said, what do you need me to learn from this? What do you want me to learn from this season of life? Because you allowed it to happen. And it was something that I had spoken that I wanted, but the way it came about wasn't the way that I wanted it to come about. So what do I need to learn? How do you need me to grow in this space and in this time? And growth when we allow ourselves to happen rapidly, because time is moving. We don't have time to stay in that same space that we were once in. We've got to keep moving, growing, changing, and evolving day by day in each and every season of our life. We have to make sure we're living on purpose and in purpose. I'll say that again, that we are living on and we are living in purpose. When we are in certain seasons of our life and our life is shifting, people shift. They shift out of our life. They may be shifting into our life. And we have to be to allow those shifts to happen. Location shifts. You may not be able to stay on the same job that you were once on. You may have to shift your location of living, shift the city or the state. Your emotions are going to be shifting. There are shifts that come while our purpose is developing and while we are living purpose out. Be willing to go with the shift because there's purpose in the shift. There's growth in the shift. There's development in the shift. We just have to be willing to live it and to go through it because it is for us to remember that greater is He that lives down on the inside of us than he that lives in the world. Make sure you are checking in with your purpose. Purpose also demands honest reflection. Honest reflection. 2 Corinthians 13 and 5 says, examine yourselves to see whether you are in the faith. Test yourself. Purpose demands Honest reflection. Honest reflection is looking in ourselves in the mirror and admitting what needs attention, the areas that need growth, the areas that still need develop, the areas that still need refinement, the areas that we need to let go of. That's honest reflection. When we can look at and we can say, I didn't handle that well. I need an attitude check. I need a character check. I need to grow. I need to change. I need some evolution to take place in my life. Those are places of honesty. We don't need to bury our head in the sand and not grow from the places that we see. Why? Because we're walking in purpose. We're forever changing. That is the place of change that has to be on the horizon for us. It is important for us to know where we are going and how life is guiding us. God uses self examination to strip away distraction and refocus us on His will. When things go out of our life, we need to let them go. We need to know when it is time to say goodbye and close the door and not continue to hold on to the thing and or people and or place that mean us no good. That is our place of honest reflection. It may have been good for a season and that season is up. And we need to be able to let that go so that we can to grow and change and evolve. Because if we don't let it go, we'll become stagnant. We'll become dead. We will not be able to grow in the place that we need to grow because we're trying to hold on to what was, and what was is where we need to be. It will keep us from evolving. So we've got to be willing to let it go. That's good right there. Just let it go. Whatever your it is, you have to sometimes just let it go and know that God has something greater. Because when we hold on too tight, He can't let His perfect will be done because we are remembering that's what I want. I want, I want, I want. Sometimes we can become like that little toddler that wants to have a temper tantrum and kick and fall out. I want it, God. I want it. That's the way I want it. That's where I want to be. And He's saying, if you'll let that go, I have something greater over here. We have to be able and say, this no longer, it's no longer good. And I am going to release and let it go. I want to grow. I want to evolve. And I'm going to put myself, Father, in the place where you can continue to strengthen me, where you could stretch me beyond my wildest imagination, where you can do down on the inside of me what I can't even do for myself. Because if I would have done it already. So here I am giving you me for you to change me from the inside out. When we take a moment to reflect, that means we have to be vulnerable with what we see. We have to be vulnerable with what He shows us. It may not always be pretty, it may not be the best picture, but when we see what we see, we can take that and grow from that. And when we take honesty and vulnerability and we let them collide, that allows us authentic growth, real growth, true growth. When we take what we see, not so much that we accept it, but we take it and we begin to feed off of it and say, I no longer need that, but I want to be better. I want to grow. I need to let purpose have its perfect work down on the inside of me. That is how we grow, we change, we evolve. Have you checked in with your purpose lately? Question for you: what distractions, false responsibilities, pulling you or have pulled you away from your true purpose? What distractions are keeping you from operating in your true purpose? You have to ask yourself that question, and you have to be honest. And sometimes even in being honest, it's not always comfortable. Because when we know what the distraction is, that means then we have to turn and we have to do something about it. What is keeping you from walking in true purpose? What deeper in walking that purpose out. And each of us have something. We have to know and we have to push past that thing. Your purpose is calling. Have you checked in with it lately? Purpose calls for adjustment, not abandonment. We're not abandoning purpose, but we do have to adjust in purpose. Romans 11:29 says, the gifts and the calling of God are irrevocable. Just like the GPS, when we are driving and we miss the turn, it will reroute us. God is no different. He is so much better than the GPS system that is in our car. He will reroute us. And what he will do is not allow us to lose time. He will take the rerouting and use it for our good. If he has rerouted you, know it is for purpose. Know that it is for your benefit. Know that you can continue to make it if you stay on course with him. Purpose is calling. And just like the GPS, God is working on us and adjusting us so that we will walk in what He has placed down on the inside of us. He is so faithful and so kind to us. He never retracts his call. He never takes it back. He never says, you fell off the wagon. You didn't do it the way I wanted you to do it. I'll take it back. Nope. He'll take the fall off the wagon. He'll take what we didn't do and use it for our good and then allow us to still work out purpose. I want to say purpose is knocking on the door. It is calling. Are you answering? Are you walking in what he has assigned your hands to do in this season? Remember, failure is not final. It's an invitation to grow stronger in character and in faith. Each one of us have had places that did not come out the way that we thought that they would. But when we seek the Father, He allows us to continue to grow stronger. He builds our character and our faith is strengthened. I want to admonish you today to let your character be strengthened. Let your faith continue to grow. When you rest in God, He will perform exactly what He promised you that He would do. What He would do. Remember, you are not in a place of abandonment, but you are in a place of adjusting, of adjusting. Another point that we can talk about this morning is purpose produces. Every branch in me that does not bear fruit, he said that he takes it away. And every branch that does bear fruit, he prunes that it may what? Bear more fruit. John 15:2. A gardener has to water, he has to prune, he has to protect. Why? Because purpose thrives under care. Purpose won't thrive if we don't care for it. It has to be pruned. It has to be watered. It has to be nurtured. Are you nurturing your purpose? Are you watering it? Are you taking time to touch base, to check in, to see how growth is looking for you in your life? It's necessary. Pruning is God's way of preparing us for greater fruitfulness, for greater fruitfulness. It's not to injure us. It's not to, but it is to grow us. And we have to be willing to take those pruning moments, to take those pruning sessions because it's a benefit to us. It's benefiting you. It's benefiting me. And we have to know that he does all things well. So for us not to fall off and to get upset, but to realize that you are taking me through this season of life for a purpose, and take it and know that growth is happening in the purpose. Purpose is maturing us. Purpose is nurturing us. And when we allow purpose to nurture us and mature us, we get joy from that. Confidence comes from that. Peace comes from that. That's when we can see that purpose is growing. Purpose is showing itself strong and mighty in our life. So what if you were to journal, could you journal about What purpose do you see growing in your life? What fruit do you see coming from you walking in purpose, from you walking out the purpose that God has placed in your life? There should be fruit, there should be manifestation that is coming forth in your life. Have you checked in with your purpose lately? Are you aligned in what God is showing you? Are you aligned in the original call that He has placed in your life? Or are you drifting in and out of distraction? We don't have time to be drifting. We don't have time to be those extra things. We need to make sure that we are aligned purpose, that we are staying in the place that He has called us to. Why? Because there is purpose in our life. There is purpose in our life. Alignment keeps us, our purpose alive. Alignment keeps our purpose alive. Alive. When we are alive, we feel power. We feel the purpose of God continuing to move when we stay in the place of alignment. And the thing about alignment, if you're out of alignment, you get back in. Just like we do when our car is out of alignment. We take it to what? The mechanic. We take it to the shop. We let them put it up on the whatever they put it up on. They align tires what? So that the ride will be smooth. No different than when we are out of natural alignment, spiritual alignment. If you're out of alignment with your eating, we get in and we take out the things in our life that we don't need to be continuously putting in our body. Spiritually, we do the same thing. Get back into reading your word, praying, seeking God. We can get into alignment. It doesn't have to be this big grandiose thing. How do I do it? Father, help me to get back into alignment. Give me the wisdom, give me the knowledge, give me the tools, put the right people around me. Take time to sit with the Father each and every day and ask Him, align me, align me, align me, show me, give me the wisdom and the knowledge that is needed for me to be in alignment each and every day. How has purpose evolved in this season? And am I giving myself permission to grow with it? We have to give ourselves permission to grow because growth is not always easy. We have to allow ourselves to grow through trial, tribulation, through error, through disappointment. What can we take away from it so that we grow? So that we change, so that we evolve. Purpose is dynamic. It is never to be stagnant in our life. Purpose grows us. Purpose allows us to evolve. Have you checked in with your purpose lately? What fruit in my life is confirming that I am on? What can I see that I know this is right where I'm supposed to be? I'm doing the exact thing that I was intended to do. I am living out my God given purpose. What fruit do you see? What purpose, what person are you helping? And they are growing because you are living on purpose, because you're walking, you're speaking the words that have been placed down on the inside of you. Because purpose is never just for us, it is to help other people, it is to let the voice be seen in the earth. What is purpose doing in your life? And how is someone benefiting from? Are you living on purpose? Are you living it out loud? Because if you're not living it out loud and you are being intentional, who is benefiting? That is a question. Who is benefiting from me walking on purpose, from me in what God has assigned me to do? Are you living on purpose? Where are you? Have you checked in with your purpose lately? What obstacles or excuses have I allowed to keep me or to keep my purpose silent? And I think all of us can ask that. Where am I living silently when I should be living out loud and purpose? What is my distraction? Is work my distraction? Are people my distraction? Do I not know how to sit and put and write out the plan? What is distracting me? What is keeping me? Do I need a coach? Do I need someone to come in and to help me? And if I need a coach, can I find one? Can I tap in and say, can you help me? I need help. Maybe we cannot do it all on our own by ourselves. And we need that nudge. We need that accountability partner. I need somebody that I can go and lean in on and say, hey, I need help in this area. And they are going to help to hold us accountable until we begin to grow and to walk into the space in the places that God has equipped us to walk in. And if you need that person, people like myself, we are here. We are coaches to help you get into the place that God is equipping us. Why? Because we have to check in too with ourselves. We have to get into the place of journaling. We have to come back and revamp. We have to come back and let things go as well. It it's necessary for us so that we too can make sure that we are walking in purpose, we are walking in destiny, that we are living a victorious life each and every day. We have to check in with our purpose as well. It is necessary. It is necessary. And that goes back to the pruning. When God comes in and he prunes us and he takes things away so that we can bear more fruit, that's him checking in on us. That's him putting in measures to make sure, don't need you off course. Got to do some more pruning so that you are growing, so that you are changing, so that you are evolving. Is necessary that we do the daily check-ins and we allow him to do the work in us so that we can be all that we are to be. Who is being impacted by your yes? Who is being impacted by you doing the work? Who is being impacted by you walking out your purpose? Who is being impacted or who is not being impacted because you may not be walking in purpose? You're still trying to get it together. You're still being distracted. You're still sitting by the wayside. You're still in seed format when you should be the tree. You should be the bush. You should be the fruit. You should be blossoming. Your purpose is calling. Your purpose is knocking at the door. Are you making sure that we are hearing you? We are seeing you and you are walking in purpose. Purpose is not just discovered. Purpose is developed through every step of our obedience. Our purpose is being, remember, growth is what we do. Purpose stretches us beyond the comfort zone. So become who you were created. Your comfort zone has to be stretched. Growth is what we do. Purpose happens every season of our life. It is shaping our identity, it is shaping our faith, and there is impact. We can be impactful when we operate in purpose. Growth is what we do. Growth is what you do. Growth is what I do. Purpose calls you to examine where you are and realign where God is leading us. Where God is leading us. Purpose calls us to examine where we are and realign where God is leading us. Remember, growth is what we do. Purpose is bigger than you. Purpose is bigger than I. It blesses others through our yes. Remember, growth is what we do. Your purpose is called. It is waiting for you to step up. It is waiting for you to align. Remember, growth is what we do.